Hello everyone, today's video is a stretching video, especially for post-training or for days when you're feeling a little bit sore from games. I'll be showing some of my favorite stretches, so feel free to follow along. Let's get started. Alright, first stretch, stand on the mat or wherever you're at. We'll start with a simple hamstring stretch. Try not to bend your knees too much and hinge at your hips. Bring your chest closer to your knees. For these stretches, focus on your breath, mainly breathing with your nose, and we'll hold each position for about 10 to 20 seconds. From here, we'll move over to calf stretch. So walk your hands over to the front of the mat and walk your feet a little back. Pedal out your feet to loosen your calves. And from there, kick out your right leg up and then cross over to your left. And then you should feel a nice stretch on your calf. We'll hold this position for about 20 seconds. Alright, switch side. So now kick your left leg up and then cross over to your right side. And push into your hands to feel that nice stretch into your calves. And hold this position for about 20 seconds. Alright, now, moving forward, bring your right foot to the front of the mat and to the right of your right hand. And then bring your left knee down to the ground, and this should be a nice stretch in your right groin. If you want to feel more stretch, then bring both of your elbows down to the floor. And while doing this, make sure to focus on your breath. So make sure you're breathing through your nose. While doing this, I'll let you know when to switch side. Alright, now switch side. So now bring your left foot forward to the left of your left hand and bring your right knee down. Same thing, but on the other side. Okay, now bring your left foot back and this time kick your right leg up again. But this time, bring your right heel all the way to the left side and open your chest to the right and do some leg circles, and this should be a good hip flexor opener. After a few, go back and do the exact same thing on the left side. Alright, from here, go back to the original position and bring your right foot forward and in between your hands. We'll do multiple stretches on one side and then do the same thing on the other side. First one, lift your upper body up and bring your left knee down so you're half kneeling, and then you bring your left hand up, and this is a nice left hip flexor stretch. Flex your left glute and you should feel a little more stretch. So hold this position. From here, straighten your right leg and move your hip a little back. Point your right toes up and hinge at your hips, a hamstring stretch. Try to bring your chest down to your knees and hold this position. After this, moving on to a little ankle mobility. So from the half kneeling position, go forward and back, just working on the ankle mobility. Just take your time, just go back and forth. And whenever you feel a little stretch, just hold it. Next, place your left hand onto the floor, bring the left foot up towards your hip, and then grab the inner arch of your left foot with your right hand. Pull the left foot closer towards your body, and this is a nice quad stretch. If you want to feel more, then instead of your left hand on the floor, try bringing your left elbow down to the floor and hold this position for a little longer. Okay, done with the right side. We'll repeat those stretches for the left side. Now, bring your left foot to the front of the mat in between your hands, and the first one will be a hip flexor stretch. Okay, now hamstring stretch. So straighten your left leg and then point your left toes. Hinge at your hips. Hold this position. Moving on to ankle mobility. So from the half kneeling position, go rock back and forth. Okay, moving on to the quad stretch. So now bring your right foot up and then grab with your left hand on the inner arch and look back. Hold this position. If you want to feel more stretch, bring your right elbow down. Okay, now done with those stretches, moving on. We'll be stretching your foot or your feet. Curl your toes under and then push your hip back. And you should feel a nice stretch on your feet. Hold this position. And And then once you're done, just kick your foot onto the floor just to loosen up. Okay, now I'm turning around to face the camera. We'll work on the hip mobility and side lunge stretch. Bring your right leg to the side, feet on the floor. From this position, sit on your heel and then push back up. This is working on your hip mobility as well as your right groin. We'll repeat this a few more times. I'll let you know when to switch side. Okay, switch side, repeating the same thing. Now a simple groin stretch. Bring both of your knees wide and onto the floor and use your hands to push your hip back towards your heels, and you should feel a nice stretch on your groins. Alright, done with the groin stretch, and I forgot to do one hip stretch earlier, so go back to the downward dog position where you were stretching your calves. And then from here, bring your right knee towards your right hand and walk your hands forward. And rest your elbows down to the floor. And this is called a resting pigeon pose, and you should feel a nice stretch in your right glutes. If you want to feel a little more stretch, then instead of the whole elbow, bring your hands further forward and you should feel more stretch. Hold this position and I'll let you know when to switch. Alright, come back up, shake it off, and then do the exact same thing. So bring your left knee towards your left hand and then walk your hands forward. Left glute stretch. I'll let you know when to get up. Alright, come back up and I will face the camera again. Sit and open your legs wide. Starting on the right side, reach over with both of your hands and try to grab your right foot if you can. Another hamstring stretch. Hold this position. I'll let you know when to switch side. Alright, switch side. Hold this position. Okay, now come back up And now bend your left leg and bring the left foot to your right groin. Grab your left knee with your right hand and bring your left hand up and reach over to your right side. You should feel a nice stretch on your left side. And also, while doing this, try to focus on your breath. It might seem hard, but try your best. Okay, switch sides. So bend your right leg and bring your right foot towards your left groin. Bring your right hand up. Grab your right knee with your left hand and then reach over to the left side. Okay, moving on. Bring both of your feet towards the front of the mat and then lie down on your mat or the floor. Keep your left leg straight. Bend your right knee and grab it with your hands, bringing towards your chest. Making some circles with your right leg, and this is another hip mobility work. Now, bring the right knee across your body and reach your right hand to the right side and turn your head to the right side. And this is a nice spine stretch. Here, focus on bringing the right shoulder down to the floor rather than bringing the left knee down. Hold this position. Make sure to breathe through your nose. Switch side, keep your right leg straight and bend your left leg and grab your left knee and make some circles now. Now, bring your left leg across your body, bring your left hand over to the left side, turn your head to the left, and just breathe. Okay, now tuck both of your knees towards your chest and rock back and forth. A little massage on your spine. And then at the end, hold this position and just breathe in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And now release and completely relax your body. Okay, slowly make your way back up, and that's it for today's video. A 20-minute stretching session. Thanks for joining. Hope you feel better physically and mentally now. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.